Alright guys, we definitely got the fucking carp on. Yep. That's a carp. We have our carp. Wow. That caught me completely off guard. Oh yeah, it's a carp for sure. Hello everybody, Mark here with ReelCarpFishin, and back for another carp fishing adventure today. Fishing my local park pond. Gonna try to catch some, big koi fish, big carp today. So we'll see what we can get into. But gonna go ahead and do some tiger nets, some pack bait, and then we'll get casted out. All right, guys. Gonna go with my homemade almond tiger nets today. I fished with these last video I made when I caught my new PB, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with these. These are gonna probably be one of my new favorites this season, but yeah, made these myself, so gonna go ahead and pop on the hair rig. So again, guys, using a hair rig, got my hair here, got my tiger net, one tiger net on my baiting needle. Gonna go ahead and put a second one on, put one and two. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't normally take my old ones off from the previous session. I just kind of leave them on there until my next session. Then I rip them off and just toss them in the water. So tiger nuts also, like, I have forgot tiger nuts for a session before, and I literally got out there with no hook bait, nothing. I couldn't have anything for my hook bait. So I just left the old tiger nuts on there, and I did catch carp off of them. When you cast them back into water over time, they will absorb the water and they'll turn from like the dried out raisins, which is what I think they look like when they're not prepared, and they turn from those dried out raisin looking things into like actual tiger nuts over time. So I have caught them off the dried ones, so if you forget hook bait, don't worry. But yep, got my tiger nuts on, so gonna go ahead and get my other two baited up and then do some pack bait. All right, guys, time for my pack bait. Today I'm actually just using leftover of what I had last session. This is just whole corn, can of whole corn, can of sweet cream corn, some raspberry jello mix, and some old-fashioned oats and instant oats. I do save my pack bait, and I'll save it and use it for up to about a week. So it's been about a week actually from today, since a week ago today, last week, basically last Saturday, I used this pack bait, and I just save it. I'll save it up to a week. After a week, it gets kind of bad and I throw it away, but up to a week, I'll save it. I'll reuse it. So I didn't make any new pack bait today, so I'm just fishing with what I have. Once I'm out, then I'm gonna call it for fishing today. I don't know how long I'll be out here, but wanted to get a few casts in and see if I couldn't catch something. But yeah, early spring weather. It's been crazy. Last week, I gotta get my goo. Last week, it was like 80 degrees for 2 days in a row. And then, guys, I'm using the same thing as last time, cocoa banana goo for the hook bait. But last week it was like 80 degrees for 2 days, and then it dropped down the very next day to 30 degrees and it snowed. So it's just been crazy here, the weather. And so I don't know about the water temps here. I was kind of waiting till they warmed up. This is a smaller body of water. This is like a pond, so I was waiting for the water to warm up. Around the same time last year, I had a really good day here. I caught like 8 fish, which is the most I've ever caught here in one session, and 2 of them over 20 pounds, so we'll see. All right, now I'm about to get casted out. See if we can't hook into something today. Got that out there. The wind is also going to pick up later, and it may rain, so it's been cloudy, overcast the whole day today. So, all right. Fire alarm's on, we're rolling. Gonna get my other 2 rods out. All right, guys, I'm all casted out. Drink of choice today, Bloom energy drink. My fiance put me onto these. They're pretty good. So Gonna go ahead, crack it open. Cheers. Hopefully we catch something. Also guys, so all casted out. So baited up, casted out, waiting for a bite. See if we'll catch something today. I had one of my bite alarms already get bumped, but nothing like pulled drag or anything, so probably not a carp. Little background about this spot. This was the first spot I ever caught a carp at, like 3 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. And this pond, it's like a smaller pond or lake, and it has mostly koi. It has a lot of big koi in here, all variety of sizes of koi, and a few common carp. First one I ever caught, it was like a bright orange koi out of here. That was the first carp I ever caught. So yeah, so I love fishing here. It's one of my favorite spots. It's also the first spot I ever went, and I love being able to catch like the cool, like the different colors of the koi. A lot of them are either like a mix of like orange and kind of like a brownish color, with cool patterns. I've seen an all white one in here before. I've never caught it, but I have seen it swimming around, so from the surface during the summer, like when it's hot and sunny out. So we'll see. I normally fish this spot when it's more warm outside. Today it's right now it's like low 50s and windy, so like it's a little bit feels a little bit cooler than it actually is. One of my rods is getting messed with. The other thing about this spot is that it has a lot of bullhead catfish, which if you fish in the US, you know what those are. They're small little cats. Normally don't even get bigger than the size of my hand. So I'm casted out. I'm pretty sure I have a bullhead on this rod already. So yeah. All right, well, we'll go ahead and reel it in and see if I got a little bullhead on it. All right, guys, something's been bumping my big rod for a bit now. So I'm gonna reel it in and see if there's a bullhead on it. If there's a bullhead on it, that just means that you can't catch a carp on it, because yeah, there's a bullhead on this rod. Can't catch a carp if there's a bullhead on your hook. So as you can tell, guys, I'm not putting a lot of effort into reeling it in. These guys are really tiny. Yeah, this is a bullhead. I'll show you what they look like. They're basically like little micro catfish. You can catch them bigger sizes than this, but they don't really get that big, especially not in this body of water. So little bullhead. This is the one thing that kind of sucks about fishing here, is you're always dealing with little bullhead. I'm gonna need pliers for this guy, but always dealing with little bullhead. So and the more that you're catching bullhead, the less carp you're catching. So I've only ever had a couple times where I've come here and not caught any bullhead. Normally I'll only catch bullhead here, so not only, but normally I catch a lot of bullhead. For like, I would say for like every like 10 bullhead, I'll get a carp. So even though there are a good amount of carp in here. All right, there's our tiny bullhead. Get him back in the water. All right, guys, it's been about 30 minutes been casted out. I'm gonna go ahead and rebait. I have caught that one small bullhead on my large rod out in the middle, and so these other two rods haven't had any action. Surprising, because these two rods normally get the most action when you fish here during like a summer day. So we'll see. I'll be out here a little while longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and get rebaited, get recasted out. Was kind of a shot in the dark coming out here, just because the weather situation recently hasn't been too warm. So because this is such a small body of water, the temperature of the water is easily swayed one way or the other. So today is a little bit of a chillier day, so the water's probably colder. And I was just hoping, because we had a few days last week where it hit like 80 degrees and it was really sunny throughout the day, and so I was hoping it heated up the water, but because it'll heat up fast, but it'll also cool down just as fast. So we'll see. Gonna go ahead and get this guy casted back out. Probably go ahead and rebait all my rods. I have already rebaited some of them, but back out there. Right out in the middle. Go ahead. I don't know how y'all like to set your line, but when I'm fishing for carp, I like to have my line tight. I've seen a lot of guys, especially like guys over in Europe, in videos online where they leave their line like completely slack, and they wait for the carp to pick it up and jet with it. I like a tight line, just me personally, but it's really whatever you want. I tighten mine up. All right, gonna go ahead and rebait my other rods. All right, guys, we definitely got the fucking carp on. Yep, that's a carp. We have our carp. Wow. That caught me completely off guard. Oh yeah, it's a carp for sure. Guys, I got one. Let's go. Feels like a good one too. Oh yeah, it's pulling my drag. It's strong. Way out there. Wow, I was literally just wondering if I was going to get one today. Guys, I literally have one so hype, so stoked, in the wind. Wonder if it's going to be a koi or... Feels like a decent sized one. That thing was peeling my drag. My bite alarm didn't go off for some reason until I went to pick up the rod. I don't think the line was sitting in it how it's supposed to. Right in close to me now. Might be going over top of him. Oh, it's underneath my other rod. Okay. Oh yeah, it's right here. Right here along the bank. Okay. Alright, it's coming right in front of me now. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Yep, pretty coy. Oh, it's a common carp. Yep, here it is, guys. Oh, got it in the net. Nice. Let's go. In the net. I got it, guys. Let's freaking go. Well, I got one. Caught one. Oh, he's a bleeder. I'm gonna rinse him off. Caught one, guys. Not the biggest one I've caught out of here, because previous to my last video when I caught my new PB, I did catch my other PB out of this pond. It was like 23 pounds. This ain't that big. This is maybe 15, 16 pounds. But yeah, pretty big. Pretty nice one. So let's see if I can pick him up if he stops flopping around. If he stops flopping around, he is ice cold, guys. Caught him on the peel and drag. Caught him on the there you go, guys. Nice, pretty carp. He's more of a common carp. Normally they're more of like the koi variety, but he was a hard fighter. gonna go ahead and say maybe like 13, 14 pounds, but a beauty nonetheless. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and get weight on them. All right, again, guys, my guess is 13, 14 pounds with the sling. 13, 14 pound actual fish. Oh no, way bigger. Wow. Yep. 19. He's a 17 pounder. 17, 19, 19.12 in the sling. So 19.12 in the sling. So 17.12, 17 pounds, 12 ounces. A beauty. Take a look at this guy. 17 pounder. Yep, a beauty. First one of the day, ice cold, in the wind. Beautiful fish. Beauty. All right, gonna go ahead and get a good release on him. All right, guys, got to get a good release on this guy. Oh. Always have to get a good release for these guys. He did get a little bit dinged up to right here. He has like some sort of wound on him, so let's go ahead and get him reacclimated. There we go. Yep. All right, there he goes. See you, buddy. Nice. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, looks like I didn't get skunked today. Caught a 17 pounder. Just got rebaited, recasted back out. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty surprised I caught one. It is kind of cold out today. I actually caught him in the shallow margin, so the way my rods are casted out, I caught him on my far left rod, which when I typically come to this spot gets the most action out of all my rods. I've caught it off all sides, but typically in the shallows is where I catch more of them. I recasted, I already got my rod rebaited, recasted back out, but yeah, 17 pounder. It's pretty surprising, honestly. He was peeling drag. My bite alarm for some reason wasn't working, so I just literally heard the drag peeling off of my reel, and when I turned and saw it, I had to run and grab it. And the second I picked it up, I don't think the line was sitting in the track on the bite alarm, so I think that's why it didn't go off, because the second I picked it up, the line fit into the track and it started going off. So anyway, yeah, I got rebaited, recasted back out, and got him on a good release, 17 pounder. Can't ask for anything better than that, so it's exciting. We'll see. Got casted back out. Maybe I'll get one more before I'm done today, so we'll see. It's about, what time is it? It's about 2:30, so I've been casted out for about an hour. So I caught the one little tiny catfish, the bullhead, and also this carp. It was more of a carp. It wasn't really a koi variety. Normally there is a more koi variety in here, but that was more of like a common carp. A little bit darker than your typical wild common carp that you catch over here, but still, either way, he was pretty much just a common carp. But either way, happy to have him. Beautiful fish, and got him on a good release. So yeah, cast it back out, see if we can't catch one more. Also, one funny thing, guys, is so this pond is not a huge pond. I've been the only person out here all day. When I caught that last fish, there was like a group of people standing like on one of the main spots where people go and they stand and sit and stuff on the opposite side of the pond, and they saw me fighting a fish and stuff, and I fought in the fish, and obviously I caught it, showed it off and everything, and they were walking over here like around the pond when I caught it. I showed it off and everything and released it before they got over here, but as I released it, I stood up and these two guys walked up to me and they said, hey, like, was that a carp? Like, what were you using to catch those carp and stuff like that? And it's just funny because I'm the only person I've ever seen come here and fish for carp. Most 90% of the people are fishing for bass or like small panfish and stuff. And they oh, now there's a dog near me with a squeaky toy. But so yeah, it's funny because they asked me, oh, what type of bait you use, things like that, and I use tiger nuts, and I prepare my own tiger nuts. And if you tell somebody that you're using tiger nuts, they have no idea what you're talking about. Nobody fishes for carp over here, so to them it's kind of like a foreign language when you say that you're using tiger nuts. They have literally no idea what you're talking about. So I went ahead and I told them, I said, oh, I'm using tiger nuts. I prepared them myself is what I said, and the two guys were kind of surprised. I had no idea what I was talking about. They were like, oh, that was a pretty big one, and I said I'd caught some bigger ones out of here, close to 25 pounds, but yeah, it's just funny because carp are really big fish, like compared to like a bass or what most people fish for over here. Like a 4-pounder is like a good, really nice largemouth bass over here, and carp are like a mid-range carp is like a 13-pounder, like especially in this pond, which is obviously like over twice the size of the bass if it's a big one. So it's just funny because, you know, the second someone sees you catch a big fish, they want to know exactly what you're using, but when you tell them that it's tiger nuts, they don't know how to use it. They also don't know how to bait up a hair rig, make a hair rig. Nobody knows anything of what to do to catch carp around here. I've seen very few people around here ever fishing for carp and know like what type of bait to use and how to fish for them. So anyway, just thought that was funny. Alright guys, got a bullhead on this rod. Same rod I caught the carp on earlier. Definitely a little bullhead. Seems heavier than an average bullhead though. Might be a heavier one. It is moving actually. Is it though? Oh, it's a little carp, I think. Oh no, it's a bullhead. Oh, it's just a bigger bullhead. Oh yeah, wow, he's a bigger one. He's a lot bigger than the one I caught earlier. Damn near twice the size. Wow, he's really big actually. He's one of the biggest bullheads I've caught in here, if not the biggest one. They're normally like microfish. Let's get him back in there. That is the one thing, guys. Normally for every carp I catch at least normally like 3 of these guys minimum. A lot of times it's more, but he's a bigger one, not gonna lie. There you go. Little bullhead. He's dark. Alright. Get this little cat back in the water. Came off. Oh. Here he goes. There he goes. He came off my same rod I caught the carp on, so guess I'll keep casting over there. Guys, this rod here is the same rod I caught my carp on earlier. It's been getting bumped and hit. Pretty sure there's a bullhead on this. Actually, might not be anything now. I did see for the very first time since I've been here a carp surface right out in front of me, basically right here. Probably only like 10 feet out from where the edge of the bank is, which isn't where I casted my rods. I casted my rods almost on the complete opposite side of the pond, which is normally where I have my best luck, but crazy, saw one surface right out in front of me, so I don't know, maybe I'll change up where I'm casting. The thing is about this pond is it's a real small like venue to fish, so when you cast to a spot, they normally like, you don't have to do a bunch of moving around at this venue. Like a lot of times once you cast it out, you basically are just playing a waiting game. So we'll see. May just cast it more out towards the middle though, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get on one more. All right, ladies and gents, well, I just finished packing up. Stayed out here, so I got out here on 1:30, so it's actually 4:24, so it basically 3 hours. Was out here 3 hours, caught the one carp. Nice one, 17-pounder. So honestly, it was a pretty chilly day out here, pretty windy, so I didn't really expect to catch anything, so more than I thought. And yeah, so one carp, 17-pounder, a few catfish, but just finished packing up and I'm gonna get out of here. I think it's supposed to storm here in like 30 minutes, so get on the road before then. But all right, y'all, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Thanks.